Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Casillejos, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Taylor Swift.
Woohoo! Happy birthday!
Of course, December 13th, 1989, Taylor Allison Swift was born.
What an iconic day in history. History. The music industry was born on that day. Oh my gosh. I feel like I celebrate Taylor's birthday more than my own.
Can I tell you first, sorry. We didn't start the show like we normally do, so I'm a little thrown off.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, my name's Nick. Wait. Welcome to 13 of Taylor Swift Fan Podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
And yes, we're celebrating Taylor's birthday. So you celebrate Taylor's birthday more than
my
yours.
Own. Which says a lot because I'm a Leo. I do love my birthday, but I also love Taylor's birthday. And this has been a very exciting few days in the Swiftieverse. A lot has happened in the days leading up to Taylor's birthday. I mean, not on purpose, I guess. I don't know.
Taylor has a reason for everything. She made all these events happen.
I mean, it's true. She's a mastermind. She's a mastermind. Where do we even begin?
Directors on directors.
Yes, director Taylor Allison Swift. Well, first of all, very excited that she announced that she's going to direct her own movie pretty soon.
Which is great.
And she wrote the screenplay.
Yes,
so she's going to direct an original screenplay written by herself.
And there's no other details that have been announced.
Pretty much all
they
we
just announced it and her team confirmed it. It's being produced by the same people that produced the Academy Award Best Picture winners, The Shape of Water and Nomadland.
Yeah.
So it's got some heavy hitters behind her and nothing else is known about it.
What if you had to guess what genre?
I'm going to say buddy cop movie.
Shut up.
It's going to star Kevin Hart and
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The Rock, and they're going to be driving around in a car trying to find some sort of foreign jewelry thief.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bejeweled will be the theme
there
song.
You go. Look at that.
I'm going to guess it will be some sort of drama.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's going to be like a young adult thing, like a high school. Like set in a high school, young adult, romance, love, heartbreak, or if it'll be an adult picture.
I would guess, because again, we know absolutely no details about this, but I assume that she would do something in like the 19, 20-year-old range. Because she even said in the Variety Directors on Directors thing, which we'll talk about here in a second, that like that is such like a formative age, especially when it comes to like heartbreak, which I don't know if she's going to focus on heartbreak, but here's what I'm thinking. I think she would obviously do so fantastic in the drama genre, but I also think that Taylor Swift has the ability to bring back the magic of like an early 2000s rom-com.
You think she does?
I think she does.
Because they have to be funny and witty.
I think.
And they have to be very charming and heartfelt.
Yes, but I think she does. She has been telling stories and telling romantic stories with details and stuff her entire life, her entire discography. She's been storytelling. And when it comes to a relationship and with the friends and with the details and the time of year and stuff, I don't know. I think she can do anything, and I'm going to support anything that she does. She could do a horror film, and I'm there, which maybe she will.
Where all the killers in the horror films are her exes.
Well, there you go.
Slasher John Mayer.
There you go. But
Chainsaw Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'm wondering when we'll get to see this. Like, do you think this is something that she just started working on and they just decided to announce it? Because she's going to be on tour all next year.
Right. So they're not going to film it until the end of next year.
Unless this is something that she already did.
No, they wouldn't have already done it. No way. That's too big of a secret to keep, to like already make a whole movie.
That's true.
So I'm going to say we're going to see it in
2024?
I'm going to say fall of 2024 we'll see it. They'll film it early 2024, so just in time for award season.
Yes.
2024. Now, will she do every song on the soundtrack Is she going to do one song for the
Ooh.
soundtrack? Will she do any? Is that too much?
That's
Is that
really
too much of
interesting.
herself on a project where she's already the director, the writer? Is she going to make this a big,
I don't
elaborate
know.
ordeal and put a song on it? Or is she going to say, no, I'm going to let some others have
Maybe
a little bit of the
she
spotlight?
maybe she helps like write some of the music, but other people perform it, or
Right.
you know what I mean. But I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a really good question. Wow, she just continues to just be a powerhouse, a
So,
mastermind.
In the Variety's Director on Directors interview, it's like 40 minutes long. She's talking to the gentleman who directed The Banshees of Inisherin. It's a movie starring Colin Farrell and the Gleason guy, Brendan Gleason.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have two different clips. They're each about a minute.
Okay.
Okay. And so this first clip is of her talking about how she could not have directed a short film, a music video to All Too Well when it came out originally,
Okay.
10 plus years ago. Here's what she had to say about that.
First of all, emotionally, I was going through exactly what the short film depicts. And I think that time is such an incredible asset to us when we have these stories that are hard to tell in the moment, because it's good if a story is hard to tell. That means it's incredibly emotionally potent.
Yeah.
But it's impossible to tell it with perspective and truth if you're in it sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes that amount of intensity can be actually stifling.
Yeah.
And I think that having just the privilege of being able to tell this story, the fact that it was something that the fans wanted. This song was very grassroots. It was never made into a single. It was always just a song on the album that I loved. And over the years, the fans made it very clear that it was their favorite song of any song I've ever done. I thought that it was like the most truthful account of heartbreak and loss and grief. So exciting to kind of go through it and to be able to be, you know, in my 30s looking back, because I think there's a moment when you're 19 or 20 where your heart is so susceptible to just getting broken, getting shattered, and your sense of self goes out the window so quickly, and it's such a formative age.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell that story too, about sort of girlhood calcifying into this bruised adulthood.
She's so well spoken.
She is very well spoken. She's thrown out a lot of good movie terms too.
I
hope people
know.
take her seriously in the film world.
I know, and it just, and it's so bothersome that people have already been so critical of her just with the pure announcement of her directing. But
Yeah, they already hate the movie.
there's just like a breed of people who just hate Taylor Swift, just in general. They will not give her the time of day, and it's so annoying. But honestly, they're missing out. Like,
Sure, whatever.
They're missing out on some great art from one of
Mhm.
the greatest artists of our generation.
She also went on to talk about in this Directors on Directors how she had written out an entire script to this short film, a whole script, along with the 10-minute song that she wrote, a whole script, and they filmed it. And she said that there was going to be one scene that she wanted it to be pure dialogue, where the audio of the music drops out, and they didn't know which one that would be until they filmed it all, and that ended up being a big blow-up fight that they have. But yeah, she was like, we wrote a scene where they fell in love. We wrote a scene where they had dialogue about that first little chip in the glassware, whatever, chip in the glass. And she's like, yeah, it had to be the scene. And then she went on to talk about how Sadie Sink did an incredible job in the movie. In the short film, she had seen Sadie in Stranger Things and saw that she could definitely be perfect about being even a romantic lead and show some heartbreak. And so she talked about the scene where Sadie is just bawling, breaking down, and crying. Girl, is that who she is in that film? Girl and boy. And talking about how Sadie is just bawling and giving just this performance of a lifetime. So she talked about how they got Sadie to that emotional state.
She is so incredible and so good that it was a very similar thing where I had a few conversations with her about how she likes to work in those kind of intense, emotive scenes. And I think she does a lot of prep work on her own, but she also had this song that she says always makes her cry, which is Savior Complex by Phoebe Bridgers.
Brilliant song.
Which your partner actually directed the video for.
Yep, Phoebe did. The two Phoebes.
So there's another tie. But we ended up, playing that song on set. giving Sadie the room for a while. There was also we wanted her to look like she'd been crying, and the kind of body heave of that. There was screaming into pillows and stuff, and some of that we did together and some of that was just her on her own. But we wanted to give her a lot of space in the room. So
you and her would clear the room, scream into pillows together. Really?
And then she would do that on her own and do body work to make herself. You'll notice that her skin, you can see just the redness of, it's someone who's been crying for a while. It's that just excruciating, heaving, sobbing pain.
Wow. Taylor has such an unmatched attention to detail. She has throughout her entire career, but seeing that translate from her songwriting and music videos to filmmaking.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
And she was talking about in how her process of directing music videos, that she draws a picture, she storyboards every single shot that she films. And Anna knows this as a video editor herself, that she said that when she edits music videos, she edits them while they're filming them, on the set. So they take a shot and then she edits the film music video right away there, but not with the short film, because that takes a lot longer to edit down. But it's just pretty interesting.
Yeah,
just her process. Her
mind is just always going at 13 times speed. But then it's also so cool to learn that about Sadie, just because Sadie Sink is going to be, she already is such a phenomenal actress, and she's just going to continue to be phenomenal. Also, something important to note in this directors on directors thing, because at the beginning of the conversation, she had talked about how she's directed 10 music videos and 1 short, right? And then later on in the conversation, Martin kind of brings up, he's like, oh, you've directed 11 videos or something. And people, is he talking about 11 videos for Midnights, or did he just kind of
11 videos overall? I would say that's
been a lot of
because we've been going back and forth about when are we going to see more music
Lavender
videos
Haze.
for Midnights.
I know.
And you were saying it's possibly a Mandela effect, that because I'm like, oh, this is a visual album, and you're
right. I don't know if she ever said visual album or if we made that
up. And I tried to Google it and I couldn't find it. Somewhere I saw visual album.
We know that from the visual teaser, there are visuals in that teaser that we haven't seen yet.
Right.
So we know that there's still something.
Why don't we have them yet?
But
what's taking so long?
I don't know. I don't know. Also, important to note that we recently got the behind the scenes video of All Too Well.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah, which is
Taylor
really cool.
work.
It was cool to see her in director mode. I just love seeing her in action.
Do you think you could be directed by Taylor Swift? If Taylor was like, hey, Anna, I want you to reach for the fork in this scene. Would you be like, okay, all right, yes.
Yeah, I'm such a nervous, individual.
It'd be tough.
It would be really tough. I wonder if it's hard for her to cast or hire people to work on her projects that wouldn't, I guess, fall apart out of just fangirling over her, you know? How could you not fangirl over oh my God, that's Taylor Swift?
And you know what? What if, as the actor, I would think a lot of directors, they like to have that open dialogue communication with an actor. So an actor sometimes will say, I don't really feel comfortable doing that, or I don't think my character would do that. Or what if instead of grabbing the fork, I grab the spoon? Could you say that to Taylor?
No, because she knows.
Yeah.
She knows best.
Taylor, I need to grab the salt shaker.
No, Taylor knows best. If the punchline is, and it was my foot, then that's what the punchline is. I'm not going to change that punchline.
This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. Summer has officially started in my house when my kids are in full sports mode. We are outside constantly. Baseball games, practices, tournaments, running from one field to the next in the heat. And if you've ever sat through a doubleheader in the middle of the summer, then you know that staying hydrated is not optional. That's why I always throw in a few sticks of Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier in my bag. I'm obsessed with the pina colada flavor right now, and it really just tastes like summer in a cup. Just tear it open, pour it into 16 ounces of water, and it hydrates faster than water alone. It's powered by Live Hydroscience with an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients. Plus, Liquid IV has 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink and includes 8 vitamins and nutrients in every stick. It's also non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Stay hydrated while you're on the go this summer with Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first purchase with code TaylorSwiftFan at checkout. That's 20% off your first purchase with code TaylorSwiftFan at liquidiv.com.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Okay, so what else has been going on in the Swiftyverse?
Gosh, there is so much going on that we have to cover in this little SwifTEA episode that we're doing. Let's talk about the Shake It Off lawsuit. Okay, this has been pretty crazy. This happened yesterday. The big news was that, this has taken 5 years. The backstory to this is that there has been this ongoing copyright lawsuit over her song Shake It Off. Back in 2017, Taylor was sued by songwriters Sean Hall and Nathan Butler, who claims that Taylor stole the lyrics to 3LW's 2001 song Players Gonna Play.
Players, they gonna play. And the ballers, they gonna ball. And the shot callers, they gonna call.
Right. And so that lawsuit was actually dismissed a couple years ago, but then it was brought up in a different court, and it was set to go to trial in January.
Yeah, it was a weird way that this was brought up.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was through appeals or it was just another judge.
It was like another judge or something that
we'll
was
let
like
a jury decide.
Yeah, but then somewhat recently, Taylor had said in court documents that she had never heard that 3LW song. Taylor said the lyrics, "Players gonna play and haters gonna hate," were common phrases, quote, uttered countless times about her. She said, "I drew partly on experiences in my life and in particular, unrelenting public scrutiny of my personal life, clickbait reporting, public manipulation, and other forms of negative personal criticism, which I learned that I need to just shake off."
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously I'm biased because I'm a Swiftie, but it's true. Like, players gonna play, like, hate the player, hate the game. Like, that's things people say all the time.
It's also very common phrases.
It's very, very, very common. And so...
Not to belittle what Taylor wrote, but
No.
it is very common phrases that people have been using.
But to have her side that she could have very easily heard that somewhere, not the 3LW 2001 song.
Mm-hmm.
So this lawsuit was set to go to trial in January, which is next month, which is not very far away. But yesterday, as of December 12th, because today is December 13th, Taylor's birthday, yesterday, lawyers for the songwriters and lawyers for Taylor filed a joint stipulation asking the court to just drop the lawsuit in its entirety. So the case was officially dismissed. And I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not really sure what went into that, if they just agreed, oh, this is taking too long or what? Because if the trial was for next month, why drop it now?
Taylor gave him a little bit of money to go away.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
A little bit of money.
So... I'm predicting
this is exciting.
At midnight, New Year's Day, she's going to drop 1989 Taylor's version.
Yeah, why New Year's Day?
I don't know. I just think it's just a fun...
Not New Year's Eve?
Or whatever, the first.
Yeah, New Year's. Yeah.
New Year's.
Uh-huh.
New Year's, she'll say, at midnight, I'm dropping it. Why? I have no... I take that back. She's not doing the surprise albums again, but I think it'll be...
But maybe she announces it on New Year's.
I don't know, because she needs a long promotion. For all of her Taylor's versions, she's had a long promotional period for it. I mean, she's only dropped 2 surprise albums, Folklore and Evermore. Midnight's was a very long rollout. Taylor's version of Red and Fearless, long rollouts.
That's true.
I mean, Red was 6 months before it was released from when she announced it.
Yeah.
So she wants that big buildup because she wants the big sales. She wants to break her own records, and she wants it to be a success. So... Yeah, maybe she announces it and then it's out spring break, March or something.
Yeah. The reason that this Shake It Off lawsuit being dropped is very exciting because that means Taylor's now free to re-record 1989, Taylor's version. Which I would have to assume, because we know Taylor works years in advance, I would have to assume that she probably already has it recorded.
It's already done. It's
just a matter of when to release it.
And this also goes back to all the Easter eggs that she started leaving early in the Taylor's version era. Like she was on Colbert. She had that poster board of 100 1989 clues and Easter eggs on it. And then it just never happened. So I'm wondering if she had the big master plan and then this lawsuit, she probably assumed it would go away, but it just never did.
Yeah, maybe.
And so then she had to just change course.
Yeah.
And now we have Red, and then we have Midnights.
I do wonder how many times she's had to change her plan for re-recording. And you know what makes me very excited? The fact that there is a behind the scenes of All Too Well makes me think that there, at some point in time, sooner rather than later, I'm sure we're going to get some sort of documentary,
hopefully, about
the re-recording process, or about like just Taylor's version, or something.
Yeah, maybe at the end of, maybe after she releases them all, there's something that's on Disney Plus or Amazon or something.
Yeah, something. There's gonna be something. So that's
what's coming first.
Exciting.
Speak Now Taylor's version or 1989 Taylor's version?
Because this whole time I have been very much on Speak Now's next. There's
been a lot of Speak Now Easter eggs
there
from her hair, her nails, her wardrobe,
the Bejeweled music video.
Yeah.
There's just been a lot, and I love Speak Now, so of course I want it. But then after getting this news, I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe 1989. I don't know, but it's even tough because I mean, tour starts in just a few months, and so is she gonna be on tour and simultaneously releasing these albums, or
she's gonna have to? She's gonna have to release at least one Taylor's version this year.
Yeah, but
I'm
so then that makes
assuming.
me, gosh, I have a lot of questions that I don't have the answers to. Like, is she going to be allowed to perform songs that she doesn't have Taylor's versions to? Like, if she doesn't release 1989 Taylor's version, will she be able to perform songs from 1989 on tour?
If I don't see clean Taylor's version on Midnight's era, I'm going to be upset.
That's how I feel about Haunted.
True.
From Speak Now. So I don't know. Again, I have a lot of questions and no answers, but that's what this podcast is for.
Yeah.
Just to ramble.
What's next in the Taylorverse?
What next in the Taylorverse? Yesterday, a lot of things happened yesterday. Yesterday, December 12th, we got the directors on directors, like we talked about. We got the lawsuit for Shake It Off dropped. And then we also, several Swifties woke up to an email from Ticketmaster saying that they were allowed to purchase 2 tickets to Taylor's upcoming The Eras tour. So we all, especially if you listen to this podcast, we all know what happened a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we don't need to get into it.
When the pre-sale happened for Taylor's tour, Ticketmaster, it was just so chaotic that they canceled the general sale. And whenever that was happening, we didn't know. Once again, we had more questions than answers. We didn't know. We're like, is it sold out? Who has these tickets?
Was it oversold?
Are they all just with tickets with scalpers? Like, is there going to be a way for fans to get tickets? Like, what is going on? And so yesterday there was a new email that was sent out, and the people that got it, in the email it said, you were selected because you have been identified as a fan who received a boost during the verified fan pre-sale but did not purchase tickets. We apologize for the difficulties you may have experienced, and we have been asked by Taylor's team to create this additional opportunity for you to purchase tickets. I love that detail. I love how, this was Taylor's doing. Like, Taylor took Ticketmaster out back and said, we need to figure out a way to get tickets in the hands of fans, because the whole problem has just been like scalpers and resale and everything. So I was online yesterday trying to figure out the pattern of the people that got these emails, because it says you were selected because you had been identified as a fan who received a boost during the verified fan presale but did not purchase tickets. So I guess it's people that were verified from Ticketmaster, got the boost about Taylor Nation, which to get that boost, I think we figured out that it was like you pre-ordered Midnights or something related on her website and or had Loverfest tickets, and then simultaneously did not succeed in getting tickets during the pre-sale. I think that's what it was. And there have been people online being like, oh, I was a verified fan, I didn't get tickets, and I didn't get that email. I mean, I don't know. I don't have all of the answers.
Here's my guess at what happened. The ticket chaos went crazy. And then at each venue, at each show, there was a small number of tickets left over that were still available. Maybe it was 1,000, maybe it was 2,000, maybe it was 100 tickets just at various places. So they didn't have enough for a pre-sale because that would just cause mass chaos again. So they're just like, okay, we're going to pause it.
Figure it out.
And so if you have however many verified fans from the Phoenix show, however many tickets they have, they just, divide that by 2, and that's how many people they can send out emails to. And
I'm hoping.
So there may only be 50 people that signed up for the Phoenix shows that got that email.
Maybe.
Whereas if it's a place in, I don't know, somewhere in Florida, maybe there was 400 people that had signed up for the Florida shows that weren't able to get through.
Or like LA where there's going to be like 10 shows at that stadium or something. Yeah, I hope that this was better planned and not like in a few days we'll get another email or another thing from Ticketmaster being like, oh my God, we exceeded expectations.
Well, it did say that you'll be able to purchase it. Like information on when to purchase it is coming out at a later date. It's going to be staggered at various times throughout the day, throughout the days, based on which venue you're trying to go to. So it's not just going to be all at once.
Well, you know what's interesting though? Like basically the people that got these emails, they were like, oh, you've been selected or whatever. And then they were given price ranges where they could select, like if they'd be okay with getting tickets like $79 to $200 or $79 to $500. And then it had the service fee for how much each ticket would be. Ridiculous, by the way.
Sure.
And the more expensive the ticket, the higher the service fee, which makes no sense to me. What is a service fee?
Yeah.
I don't know. Back in the day, it was because they had to like print the tickets.
Because
what is it actually now?
If the service fee is $50 for the $100 ticket, what are they doing differently for the $700 ticket?
Exactly.
It's just a digital.
Anyway,
Yeah.
a whole separate.
I mean, they're just charging a percentage.
A whole
of
separate conversation. But I did see a TikTok video yesterday of a girl that was pointing out like the fine print at the very bottom of when you select like the price range that you're with, that you pick or whatever that you're comfortable with. Basically, the fine print said like whichever price you agree to. Like you agree to pay whatever is in that range. Like if you select $79 to $500, you are okay with potentially being charged $500 plus the service fee times 2. But it didn't sound like they could pick where the seats are.
Right.
Like it more so sounded like, oh, here are the $500 tickets that are in section 107 or whatever. And it's interesting because I saw some people being like, okay, but that's kind of, granted, there is no answer. There is no solution for everybody to be happy because this has just been such a mess in general. But the truth is somebody would be comfortable paying $500 for a floor seat, but not $500 for, an upper bowl seat. But it's possible that if they select $500, they're going to get that upper bowl seat. I don't know how they're going to do this.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But regardless, overall, it is very exciting that, Taylor and Taylor Nation and Ticketmaster are trying to figure out a way to get these tickets in the hands of Swifties.
Sure.
Like overall, that's the bigger picture. So that's very exciting.
What else is going on in the Swiftieverse?
In the Swiftieverse, the last thing that I have here for us to mention is that since today is Taylor Swift's birthday, we are doing a fun giveaway.
Yeah, we are.
On our Instagram. If you go follow us at the 13 Podcast, we wanted to celebrate Taylor's birthday along with the 1989 or the Shake It Off lawsuit being dropped and the fact that Taylor was born in 1989. So we are giving away an autographed copy of Folklore along with 1989 TS sunglasses.
Very cool.
Very cool.
All to one person?
All to one person. Okay. It's a little bundle to one lucky Swiftie. So you can enter on our Instagram. You just have to follow us. Follow the little description that we have there. It's like tag 2 friends and let us know your favorite song. You get a bonus entry for sharing the post. Since this is a Taylor birthday giveaway, it's only today. So
That's right.
It ends at midnight tonight, and the winner will be contacted by us via Instagram, only from our account. Do not be fooled by anybody pretending to be us.
Totally.
Please.
Yeah, so we're really rewarding the super Swifties who are fans of our podcast and of Taylor.
Because
it's today only.
Today only over on our Instagram. You can enter that. And the only other thing that I want to remind everybody is that today is still Tuesday, so we do have another episode dropping today besides this little emergency recap SwifTEA of things of the Swiftieverse.
What came out today? I don't remember what it is. Okay, so we're talking about the Eras tour. Okay, I don't remember. Yeah, we have a new episode. I'm going to leave all this in.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we have whatever's up. It's posted right now. I just can't remember what it was.
Is it posted already? I don't know.
Probably. Thank you, Lacey, for
Thank you,
editing
Lacey.
those.
Yeah, go check out our other episode that we have.
You know, I got to say, this entire time we've been talking, we're recording in a little bit different situation right now. Anna's in a bar stool height chair. I have a regular office chair that's at its lowest setting possible. So Anna's roughly 4 feet above me.
Yeah.
And I haven't been having to look up. So you've been speaking down to me this whole time.
Good.
How's it feel to be the man today?
Yeah, finally. Finally.
Okay, well, that does it for this episode of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Thank you so much for joining us again. Hit up our Instagram for ways to win a signed Folklore CD and some 1989 sunglasses. Official Taylor Swift store merch sunglasses from the 1989 collection that she dropped a few months ago. So check out our other podcasts. If you haven't yet, subscribe to this podcast. What are you doing? Leave us a good review. Leave us a 5-star rating. And we will see you next time.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
Warmer, sunnier days are calling, and you can fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So if you only have a few minutes between meetings during the day, or you get home and you're just so hungry but you have no time to cook, Factor is where you should go. They have 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, and you'll always have new flavors to explore. You can crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. And these are delicious. From breakfast to dessert, you can stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. And you can keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes, so no shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Enjoy effortless support for your lifestyle. Head to factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 and use code TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TaylorSwiftFan50 at factormeals.com/TaylorSwiftFan50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Summer is right around the corner, and we love to have fun, but we're all really well aware that it can get expensive. And when you have financial goals, you need to decide what's worth it. A Chime checking account helps you reach your financial goals while still enjoying your summer. Are you traveling at all this summer? Maybe to hit up another Eras tour date? And look, sometimes you know that you don't mean to overdraft, but it just happens when things start to add up. And Chime allows you to overdraft up to $200 with no fees, which at times can be a total game changer. You can set up your direct deposit with your Chime account, and you'll be notified to enroll in SpotMe. Live it up this summer and make progress towards your financial goals with Chime. Open your bank account in minutes at chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. That's chime.com/TaylorSwiftFan. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members. FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.